Hello. Hello. Hold on, I gotta pin the link. I'm gonna pin the link because I don't know everything about this case. I just know what I have researched and January, how are you? Hope everyone's doing well. Oh, Brand, honey bee. Let me, nope, nope, nope. That's not what I want to do. Phone. There we go. Hold on. God bless America. Hey, rumor. Cinnamon and peachy in state of disorder. All right, let me just pin myself. There we go. I Kels Bells and Charlie, giddy up. Oh my god, all my friends are showing up. Yeah, everybody's coming in hot. I was listening to them. Well, hello, who knows? I think she hid this girl. I hope she hid this girl. Um, Thank you for being a member for 18 months. I don't know if I'm gonna do a mystery Saturday night or if I'm gonna, hey Janie, or if I'm gonna have a members only chat. I don't know. Because I'm presenting a lot of information today. We're going to talk about Little Melodee, and then tomorrow we're going to go start at the House of Windsor. We are going to start with Queen Victoria's son. Hey, Virgo. Watcher, hello. So we are going to go from I told y'all, I ain't going through all 9 of her damn kids, okay? We're going to go with, what is it, Edward the 7th, okay? Up to George the 5th. And then we'll stop there. And then next week we'll do, that little bastard I can't stand. We're going to end with that. And then we're going to cruise right into current day. And, well, we're going to talk about all of them. I'm going to talk about Charles. I'm going to talk about Princess Anne. I'm going to talk about Edward. Yeah, no, I'm going to talk about Edward. He's kind of bored. I will talk about Andrew. And we will see how the House of Windsor blowed up. Hey, Stasia, hello. So it's a little, happy Veterans Day to you, Charlie. Hey, just made April. So we'll have a little history lesson brought to you by me, so you know it's going to be kind of fun. Okay, hey, Lady K. So, with Melodee, y'all know, if you don't know, I'm going to get ready to tell you. I try to stay away from current missing children. Let me take her down for just a second. I try, hey SDA, Freeside my angel, Genevieve, hello. I try to stay away from turn the page, current missing children, because you've got a million channels going through it right now, okay? But this child looks like, I look at her in the famous picture, the last picture that we have that is not pixelated or whatever. She looks like my cat. Shit, every time I come down here, I'm allergic to something down here. I don't know what it is. She looks like my Catherine when she was that age, and it hits me. I have StreamYards, I don't know what you're up to. Quite frankly, I don't know what you're up to. But I chose vertical. You told me to choose vertical and horizontal. No. You charged me double for this. I think you're not good. So vertical, I'm not ever doing it. I hate it. So I had to get rid of that. Anyway, I don't do it. But this little girl, And the more you dig, and I'm going to, hey, man, mama, I'm going to give you, there is a particular station. Lady K, if you know about this and want to come up, and talk about it, the mother was arrested Monday. I think Monday. Nope, not Monday. Last Friday for holding someone, imprisonment. Well, I found out exactly. Hey, it's gravy, baby. I found out what that's about. And it's pretty. I found out what she did, and I'm going to give you the channel when I get started. Let me pull up my email real quick because I sent myself. Am I the only one that sends themselves stuff? I send myself something that I need or want to look back over, and I don't want to lose it, so I email it to myself. I've got some photographs. I don't know what I can use and what I can't use, so I'm kind of real. I've got still photos, but the guy that it was a man that Ashley Buzzard, kept against his will. And again, if y'all haven't heard, I found it. Y'all know me. I found it. Okay. Well, it's pinned. The link is. Why am I pointing up? The link is pinned wherever that may go. You do? All right, Charlie. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. I send myself stuff all the time, and then I'll go and look at it and be like, "What the hell? That would have come in handy if I'd have remembered I sent it to myself." So I'm gonna start this off because I know it's an odd time. It's 4:00. I know it's an odd time, but I didn't want to do this at night. Let me get all my little notes out. Y'all know me. If I don't have 1,000 notes, something ain't right. What I also found very interesting about this is that this child hasn't been seen. And I mean by either grandmother, in over a year. They went to register for a remote learning. I don't know because the school that they did, I don't know if Melodee was there and they laid eyes on her, or if they've laid eyes on her vertically, virtually. I don't know. They're not saying. I can't find that anywhere. It might be out there, but I only had a couple of. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I can fix that. Wait a minute. Watch me. Can you get that one? That should be easier. Why is it pumping it in there twice? Yeah, so I mean, I'd been kind of keeping up with it, but then I wanted to go back because you are the only one here. You'll be redirected. Stay in studio. What are you doing? Fucking StreamYards, what are you doing? You're drunk. So let's start. So I'm going to go from when because family didn't call police for a welfare check. They wouldn't have known to do that. The school that they registered in because screwed up over. Oh, God. So it's not pinned. Nope. Wait a minute. It does it for me on my phone. Am I vertical? Son of a bitch. I am vertical. Well, StreamYards, I'm going to sue you for everything you're worth. All right, so this is what they did over at Mama T's. I can't believe I'm vertical right now. How can I change that? I don't think I can change that. Let me go back into the studio real quick. Let me go back. I'll be I can't change it. So what you got? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do all the settings. What we did at Mama T's is go out. Okay, I know. Go out. Save. I've turned that around now because all I can see is me. Turn. Go out. Then you'll see me live. Hit the save the playlist. In fact, I created a playlist that said vertical bullshit. Put my stream in there and then hit my stream from there and it brings you in. I know that's a lot of bullshit. And thank you so much, StreamYard, for this cock up doo-doo that we don't want. I hate vertical. Hey, Susie. I fucking hate it. So let me bring her up. I don't know if this is all right, because over here it says hide the preview of your vertical broadcast. I don't want to hide it. I want to take it the fuck out of here. Oh, wait a minute. Hello, Viper. How are you? Viper.
There you go.
How come it's not working? It's not working for anybody else, but it's working for me.
Well, because you are the chosen one.
Hold on, let me get my headphones on, and let me see if I can redo your link for you.
I don't understand.
Oh, you're doing a vertical stream.
I don't want to do a vertical stream. I've got two. I've got me vertical over here, and I've got me horizontal over here.
Okay, listen, we're gonna start a bunch of rumors if we start talking vertical and horizontals. I'm just saying. The wife's right next to me as always. Say hi, hon.
People.
She's chowing down on some salad.
Wait a minute. Let's do this real quick.
All right, let me see. Let me see if I can change the link.
I do want to show y'all this. Wait a minute. I don't want to get I've got some. I don't know if y'all know who Carol is. Carol from Little Britain. I'm gonna play this real quick. Hold on.
How much money do you want to borrow?
£2,000, please.
£2,000. Computer says no. How much money do you want to borrow?
I love that. I love.
I think you need to do that again, but mute your mic.
I'm not doing it again. Damn it! I'm just getting on with this presentation.
It's like you're presenting yourself twice. So when you played that, it played twice.
Did it?
Yeah.
How I do that? I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do. I don't want it to do that. Hey, Amber, my sweet love. Guess who went live about me today?
I don't know who.
Fucking German lady.
Really?
Stop it. I don't know. My friend Susan sent me the link. That insane bitch who has been trying to get my attention for how many years? Shannon's Patterns, PDX. That bitch is so fucking nuts. Oh my God. I ain't gonna watch it, God knows. But damn, woman, get a life.
My dogs are going crazy. Drew's not saying anything.
I knocked myself out. I'm sorry. I
Oh,
knocked myself completely out.
do I need to take a trip over there and picture shit or what? What's going on?
Now, see, I have now clicked on and hidden the vertical on my thing here. It's not there.
Okay.
Well, no, Carrie, she's pretty fucking nuts. And I mean, whatever with her. It's like, God, Brits, get a life. I can't with you. I can't. All right, now it's really small.
All right, let me see if I can do the link now.
Okay.
See if somebody else can come up here. Let's see, here's the link. See if you folks can click on that.
There she goes. Hello, Lady K.
Hey,
How are you today?
good. Let me go. Let me go out of that, okay? Because I'm getting an echo. All right. Yeah, I had to save it to watch play. Go back and find the doggone watch play.
I'm gonna have to go back in when I'm over, and then hey, Mama T, I'm gonna have to go in and change it all because it recommended you do both.
Yeah, whenever I set mine up today, it did too. But I said I'm not messing around because I'm not experienced behind here. Let me do my landscape.
That's what I'm gonna have to go back and do.
All right, you ladies look like you got good control of this. I'm gonna pop down and listen from the side chat, and then I'm gonna stalk and bully Shannon in text message. All right, bye guys.
I love you very much. Okay, so I'm new to this case, Lisa. Lady K, why do I call you Lisa? We've been talking about a girl named Lisa all day. I am new to this case. However, I found a lot of stuff very interesting that I did not know. And what I did not know was, well, I've got we'll go through the route that she took. We'll do all that. But what's really interesting to me is how this started out. And it started out with Ashley Buzzard, her mother, was homeschooling Melodee. But there are certain things that in California you have to do. Hey, Peggy, you have to do certain things. Michael Miles Hair, you know I love you. One of the things you have to do is you have to let me look. You have to get a private school affidavit.
Right.
So if you don't have that, you're not doing anything. So what Ashley did, and I don't know if she took Melanie. I don't know why she wouldn't have taken Melanie, but she went to Mission Valley Independent School Study to initiate registration in that program in August. When Ashley failed to pick up assignments, that is when on October 14th, that school said, you know what, because I'm sure they've written her letters. I'm sure that there was, I'm sure they tried to get a hold of her 1,000 times. That school called the police for a welfare check.
Right.
And they went on October 14th to the house. They knock on the house, she answers the door, Ashley, and she cannot verify where Melodee is or her welfare. So we start. Now we find out that back, a week or so before is when she took up out of, and let me put my pictures up. She's bound to have gotten letter after letter after letter after letter. Hey, Midnight Baker.
And she's so cute. Like, I can't handle it. I wasn't going to cover this story. I was kind of like you because she looks her dark features remind me a lot of my daughter, which my daughter's damn near 30 now.
Yeah,
but it's bringing me back to a young daughter of mine, and I'm like, oh, heartbreaking right now.
And this is the pretty much this photograph when the child was two to three is the only non-pixelated photograph that there are. But her grandparents did have some photographs and videos. I'm not going to show the videos, but I do have the still photos.
Right.
So she was born February 10th, 2016.
Right.
Her father died 6 months later in a motorcycle accident. Now, at the time, Ashley was working as a special education aide at a school. Now, Ashley's got a lot of mental problems.
Right.
And at some point, one of Melodee's uncles had custody, well, not custody, but was taking care of her while Ashley was in the hospital for a couple of weeks. So during this, the father's mother decided to initiate. It said an adoption, but it couldn't have been an adoption. It had to have been a grandparents' rights or custody, but adoption, I think maybe the
I don't think
newspaper.
it was I don't know about adoption. Maybe like a visitation, rights or something like grandparents' rights type of thing.
Well, before that could even go to court, Ashley got out of the hospital. Ashley went to Melodee's school and got her out and left town.
Hit the road.
Changed the child's name. Took the father's name off, put hers on. I think the father's name was Meza. And those grandparents, well, the grandmother has not seen this child since 2021. That's the paternal family. The aunts, none of them have seen this child. So now they are, and I've got some, like I said, I've got photographs that it's absolutely, there's a photograph in her paternal grandmother's house of her son holding his little newborn. And then there's another picture. It's at the end of Melodee looking up at her paternal grandmother. And you can go there, there are, I think it's Inside Edition. There's several news outlets that have this. I don't want to, I can put it in the description, but I got this from the LA Times. I got some of this from the Daily Mail, because there was a private detective hired by the family of the father, and he actually, I think Ashley was in the hospital again after this child went missing, and she got back, and it shows the private investigator jumping out of the car and asking her questions, but you can't hear it. It's a bunch of shit.
What I think's happening, because I've done I just haven't spoke about this, right? Because of it just it just triggers me a little bit because of my own looks of my own daughter. And I'm like, so I looked into it. I think what's going on here, in my opinion, is there's some mental health issues, severe mental health going on with this. I want to believe that she's still alive. I think she's hid her daughter from paranoia, schizophrenic type of situation. And this is just my opinion. I'm not qualified to give a professional diagnosis, obviously, but from my own experience with someone that does have paranoid schizophrenia and bipolar, they get really paranoid over anything, and you just don't know when it's going to happen, especially if they're left unmedicated and untreated underneath a therapist. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's a good possibility that she's still alive.
I hope. And Michael Myers here, I'll say Mexican, they're Latin, so it's she the girl, I mean, even you have to look, but Ashley's own mother hasn't seen this child in over a year.
Right.
I don't know of anybody that has laid eyes on this child.
Right. There's no one that's come forward. Except for, well, maybe the guy, I don't know if you've said it yet because I was trying to get on, but the situation with the reason why she's arrested. Okay, that
kid was long gone by then.
Well, that person may have seen her within that year, is all I'm saying. Not like,
Yeah, yeah, because they'd known each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't hear that anywhere.
He's
Just,
got a statement. I'll read his statement. He's made himself a little statement.
oh, did he?
Yeah, and I mean I think he had good intentions, you know.
Yeah.
Again, let me show you one of these things that she was caught on that is just, to me, absolutely. They see, look, that's her at what, 2, maybe 2 or 3 again. There are not any pictures beyond this age. This is 2 or 3
Yeah,
again.
isn't that weird, Shannon? Isn't that kind of weird?
This is Google. Have y'all ever been outside when Google was going down your street with that camera on the top that rolled? This is Melodee in 2023 at her mother's home. I don't know who the woman beside her is, but that's Melodee, and that's 2023. And that's about the latest photograph, except for the one of her going into the rent-a-car place with her mother. That's one of the last photographs of her that she's not 2 or 3.
Well, allegedly, the mother was very, she had some meat on her bones, a proper way to say it, I guess.
Yeah.
Back then, and this past year, they said that she had lost a lot of weight, which could be many reasons. The shots doing people wonder.
What the hell? She better not be getting shots. Damn it! I got to reach a $5,000 deductible to get mine. That hell better not be getting them.
My husband said, "No, you're not taking the shot, lady. You're not doing it. Hell no."
But look at this. It's all from 2, except for when we get there. I mean,
it's weird.
And then somebody in my comment section, and I appreciated it very much, said that there was a lot of custody battles going on. Now, I did see, and I couldn't find back where I saw it, that there were custody issues a few years ago. I don't know and I don't know if that is when the grandmother tried to get the grandparents' rights. I don't know if both grandmas tried it. It's very hard to find that shit out.
Well, it might have been talking about the daughter she had before she had Melodee.
See, I couldn't find anything about her.
I believe her name was Destiny, and she went through the CPS or DCFS, whatever they call it there, took her from her mother, the oldest daughter, and placed Destiny, that's her name, and in the care of her father, which is not the same father, obviously, because he has passed away in 2016. So that might be where people maybe be confusing or referencing to, but there is an older daughter that she was removed from her care because of mental situations. That's why
this woman's had them. I mean, there ain't no doubt. I hate, I'm not bipolar. I mean, I am bipolar, but I'm not like schizophrenic. The way she hid this child, it's like she made a cocoon, and she's the only one that this kid saw.
Shannon, I have someone in my personal life that they don't remove the child and disappear with the child, but they're very only certain people, and now the child's in the teenage years now, but that child only had access to whoever the parents trusted. Okay. And no one else. They couldn't have sleepovers. They couldn't go roller skating on Sundays with the friends not because the child was bad, because of something could happen to that child. And they were overprotective to 10 times what's normal. It's really wild to sit back and watch, but not that I accept it or think that it's fine, but I understand it just because I've dealt with it in my own life, not with myself, but someone in my life.
I just think it's amazing. No photographs have been taken of her since this age. I don't know that they found any in the house. I don't know what they found in the house. I know what they said they found in the house, which doesn't make any sense, and we'll hit that in a second. But Because Melanie was alive, and she was alive when the mother went to
No.
the car, and then there she is again. So now we
And the
see her
switching
at
of the
night.
plates was really weird. Like, I want to know where she got the New York plates. Like, I heard you can buy them off of
Right.
Amazon, but weird.
And my daughter used to run in Avis, okay? And they do, like, they will track you. They track the car. It's so,
Oh,
it's not in case there was something like, if eh, we live in Lynchburg, we have LU here. So there a lot of people will fly in, rent a car, their kid goes to LU, or they're driving, whatever. And you can go back and track the car if you want to. And then I asked her, like, I've seen her clean a car when they brought it back. Now they're not sanitizing that thing all over. They're not, they do have spray stuff that, you know what I'm saying, but they're not like vacuuming hair. So what the police might have gotten something out of that car. It depends on how many people had driven that car afterwards. You
true.
have to remember they were there. So the police were there on the 14th. I don't know how fast they got to that car lot. The place. I have no idea. I have no idea. And I can tell you this: I have driven from Reno, Nevada, to Lynchburg, Virginia, 2,600 miles. It took us 4 days because it's just a very long drive. This woman did 3,000 miles in 3 days.
That's trucking.
She
Okay,
didn't sleep. Okay, she did not sleep. I can tell you that.
that's insanity to drive that many miles
Yeah,
by yourself too. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, that's insane.
she didn't sleep. I promise you that she did not. Hey, Heidi, how are you? Okay, so we've gotten to where the family didn't call a welfare check. The school did. Thank God. Okay, thank God, or nobody would know about this. So I'm gonna open this up and we're gonna go through this. We're gonna go right through what we already know, but we're gonna look at it one more time. There are also some financial things that I saw that, she had filed like a chapter 7. I mean, people do that. She's a single mom. But doesn't shock me at all. She had collections, one lawsuit for unpaid debt, one from Capital One, and another from Crown Asset Management in November 2024. What they do is they will buy a portfolio of debt from either a bank, wherever, and they buy it, and then they go after the person themselves for more money. So now I do thought it was funny too. She wouldn't let the father's side see the child after, I guess 2021, but she would call them every once in a while and ask for money. So, I mean, I'm quite certain she was probably getting, SSI for whatever you call that, for the child. Single, well, thank you, silly rabbit. So yeah, I mean, look, I've been a single mom. I get it. I get the bankruptcies. I get the lawsuits. I get it. I do. And I do, again, get her calling and asking them for money. And from everything that I saw, they absolutely gave it to her. I guess hoping that this was going to be, this was going to bring her back around. It
Yeah,
didn't.
they may get a chance to see her.
Oh, yeah, we got pics of the mother. Not without that's done. One thing here, if you are going to do this, do not wear that absolutely ridiculous wig.
Right?
Again, he died 6 months after she was born,
That's
Heidi.
so sad, and I bet you the family of her father is they went through mourning, and then not to be able to see the grandchild.
Agony.
Oh, that's got to be
Yeah.
heartbreaking on that family.
And the aunts. And I mean,
Yeah,
they love her. And
yeah.
now this has happened, and they don't know. In fact, there was one, and I guess I could have played it, but I got a copy strike Saturday night I don't put ads on my stuff, so it doesn't really affect me. You know, I mean, that's you can't monetize it, whatever. But I'm not going to push it this time. But yeah, they are like I have a picture of the paternal grandmother. She is just absolutely sobbing
Yeah,
over this
that's sad.
child. So we'll just go. So the school called them on October 14th, said something ain't right. Let's do a welfare check. Police went there that day. That's odd. They went there that day. Ashley opened the door, could not verify where her child was or if the child was okay. They still couldn't get her on anything. You know, they couldn't arrest her.
Right.
So we're gonna go. This is Melodee at 9 years old. We've only seen her as an infant, well, as a toddler, wearing a wig. Apparently, the child's got very curly, long. Well, I guess very curly hair. We don't know if it's long or not. We don't know.
Yeah.
But this is a wig. This is unsettling. There's the mother in the ridiculous wig. I do not know what that's about. And there's the child again. And there we are again. You can obviously tell that hair under that thing. If I can make it bigger, I will.
I'm going to say this. I know it sounds odd, but the person that's in my life, I know it's and it's a male. Okay. It's not a female. Who I'm talking about is a male. That person used to wear odd freaking wigs, girl. I don't understand it. I do not understand it. I think it's a form of them hiding.
Yeah, it's definitely an attempt to hide.
You know, but that person in my life, he didn't have a reason to hide. I'm like, why are you hiding? Like, that's weird.
There is a very obvious, it's very obvious that this mother went to these links because that hair is not real. You can look at it right. That is not real hair. And then on top of that, the hoodie. This is what concerns people, is that the obvious attempt to hide her. I'm going to go back big again. And there we are. So this is October 7th. She rented the car, and I've got the car. There's the car. It's a 2024 white Malibu with California plates. And they go. And so from the 7th to the 9th, she is starting to switch the license plate from California to New York. Don't know how she got that New York plate. No telling. I mean, you can buy anything on eBay, I guess. So let's do her route, because her route made no sense at all. Here's just the timeline. We know the timeline. I'd put it up, but we know it. I mean, here's the route. Let's make this one big again, too, because this route makes no sense to me. You start in their hometown. You go down right to the oh, no, wait a minute. I'm sorry. This is the route home. So I guess she went straight. So you see over here, Green River, Utah, up here in the corner.
Yeah.
That is right on the border of Colorado. Now, what the police know is on the 9th, right? On the 9th, Melodee is seen on the Colorado side of the border. I'm assuming as a rest stop, a store, a convenience store. That's the last time that Melodee is seen. So now we're going to follow this route home. So if this is worst case scenario. I'm not trying to drum up any kind of, but we need to go with worst case scenario. Now, also, let me tell you this. Both the mother's side and the father's side say they have family in Iowa. She didn't go to Iowa, though. So, I mean, she went to Nebraska, which I've been to Nebraska. I don't blame her for turning around and leaving. Sorry, people who live in Nebraska. I'm telling you. So then she's going up here to Utah and down. And again, I don't want to say what we're all thinking. If she is not with us. She could be anywhere on this line, on this, she could be anywhere. She could be absolutely anywhere on this map because we didn't see her after, like, the police are hoping that she is just that Ashley has dropped her off with someone. But let's be real. Ashley wouldn't let close family see her. Ashley wouldn't send her to school. No one has seen that child face to face unless the school did. So why would Ashley hand over a child that she has protected for so many years to the point where no one has seen her? Why would she then hand her off to someone that they know? So the father's, she's obviously not going to hand it over to the father's family that they know up here. Her own mother hasn't seen this child. We have to come to grips with Ashley.
I can't come to grips. I'm like, no.
She didn't hand this kid off to anybody. She wouldn't even let her own mother see it. There's no way there's somebody that met her from from Iowa, picked up at Melodee and took her. No, let's be real about that.
That's so sad. I want to keep the faith.
Everybody does.
Oh.
Everybody does. But let's be for real. She's not going to do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So for whatever reason, I don't know why. I know the school had to have been sending letter after letter, threat after threat. If you don't contact us, we will do this. If you don't do this, we will do that. They had to have been. Why is my phone and my watch going on? So they're bound to have been a lot of letters coming to her house about this. So she got out of town. That's the only thing we can figure because we don't know. The cops are keeping this very close to their best on, exactly why she would have left. It's because she got fucking letters. Hello, come on.
Right.
Let me strip. I can't see because of the vertical. I can't effing. Oh, look. I can go through this whole thing on Hey Susan. I can go through this whole thing about Nebraska. Don't get me started on Nebraska. I had to drive from one end of Nebraska to the other end of Nebraska, coming back from Reno. I think, you know what? Next week I might talk to my counselor about that, my therapist, because it was an experience. And if y'all live in Nebraska, I love you. I do.
Damn, she got to talk to her therapist about Nebraska.
I'm telling you, no. I know this is serious, but let me tell you something about Nebraska. And maybe y'all don't know if you live in Nebraska. As soon as you hit marker 1, and there is at least marker 1, right? You get about to marker 7, all right, and you can smell cow shit, but you can't see any cows. And it's flat. It's so flat. And I come from Lynchburg, Virginia. I am literally surrounded on every side with mountains. So it's very snug, right? It's like a hug. But when I'm out there and there is nothing, there's no hill, there's nothing. And I'm thinking, I got to get the hell out of this state because it's that Midwest, y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. And I understand why it's Tornado Alley. There's nothing to stop them. But and then you get about halfway into Nebraska, and they're like, on these markers when there's exits, it'll have a little hotel, it'll have a little plate with some spoons, because stupid people can't read, so they see a hotel, they see a plate, they go, oh well, we could probably, there's a little gas pump. You go by those in Nebraska, there is nothing on them signs. It's letting you know, don't go this way. There's nothing here. But we got to the point where the smell, I'm sorry, I know this is horrible. People in Nebraska, forgive me. You could taste the smell of cow poop was so strong you could taste it in your mouth.
Oh my gosh.
Joking. we got to Omaha and there were people. I was so glad to see people I didn't know what to do because I hadn't seen them in about 900 miles. But anyway, that's another thing of Nebraska. She went to Nebraska. I know exactly why she fucked right out of Nebraska. She ain't that damn crazy. Anyway, so I'm looking at the chat. What do y'all think about me saying if she didn't trust anyone in her immediate family, do you believe there is somebody out there that she would have trusted this child with who, again, let's be real, she had not let anybody see ever? I don't even know if the child has friends in the neighborhood. They were talking to some neighbors about, when she got arrested. And I think they saw the child, but the child didn't. Somebody would have called if they see. That's what I see. There you go, Heidi. If whoever's got that, if we believe that she knows somebody in Colorado or Iowa, and Iowa came to Colorado and picked her up, after all of this media blitz, that person would have called the police by now.
Yeah, that's true. I'll have to agree with that. I'll have to agree with that.
Yeah, she is okay. Please no. But they haven't.
Yeah, they haven't. And I think, it's unless it's not being, I'm sure it's national news now, right?
National.
So I would
it's
assume
worldwide because the newspaper in the UK is covering it now. It's
now
worldwide now.
I'm hoping, that's real good English. I'm hoping that someone in that area is passing out flyers just in case if the potential's there for someone having her that don't watch the news, that don't, but hopefully someone's passing out missing flyers in grocery stores, Dollar Trees, Dollar Generals, places that us common folk shop,
Yeah. But here's the thing. We only have seen this child at 2 or 3. And then we've seen her with fake hair and a hoodie. I wouldn't know her.
Now, maybe though, Shannon, just maybe the phone, because now the mother's in custody, right?
Right.
So CODIS may be able to, or whatever they use, that Smart Bright or Bright Smart or whatever they're called, the phone stuff. Maybe she has pictures in her phone that she's just not put to public, and maybe they can find something there to give us an updated picture. I don't know, but would they even have to get like a warrant though, and have an actual warrant?
That's where there's an article, and it's I'll tell you exactly. Let me tell you which I found the most stuff is let me give you the exact hold on, shit, fuck. Oh no, I can get it right here. It is KSBY is the station. They have, obviously I got them on YouTube, but it's a legit California Central Coast, and they are the one that found out who she had held against their will. They've talked to him. He's made a statement. They're really good. I got a lot of information from them. So what an FBI guy said is they got her in custody. This guy, who was trying to do good, opened that door for them when she had I'll tell you all about it in a minute. They got her in custody to lean on her. Basically, they can talk to her anytime they damn want to. She's in custody, and they can lean on her ass, and I'm sure they are. I'm sure that there are, people there with her that she thinks are, we don't know though. Are they going to medicate her in there? Are they allowed to medicate her in there? If she's
Here's what I would highly suggest them doing, and I'm not qualified, but I would highly suggest them getting somebody that is trained in someone with schizophrenia, paranoia, some sort of medical professional in there to become not friends, but become acquainted with her, and that she can confide in. Because this, in my opinion, I know that there's dark avenues that we can go down the rabbit holes, and we probably will, but I'm thinking that this has a lot to do with her because of the history of her diagnoses.
It's
You know,
Michael Myers. Hey LG, I really did think that in the beginning. I did until I looked and saw where nobody has seen her. No, I think the mother thought she's protecting her. I guess. Hey Leah, I really thought that in the beginning. I don't think that now. I don't think
mhm.
she did anything like that. Um, I don't know what, and we, unless let's. I mean, I don't want to reference another pretty big missing child that's mainly covered here on YouTube, but if they don't find something, this woman can get out of jail, and she ain't got to say nothing.
Yeah, because
And
really what she's doing isn't particularly illegal,
right,
right?
she don't have to talk about nothing. And
No,
she's
until
gonna
they find
be in
evidence of
court.
something nefarious.
She's gonna be in court on Wednesday, and they'll probably give her. I mean, she'll get a lawyer. And that lawyer, hey, too much, mom, that lawyer is going to 100% back her up on not saying a word.
Right,
This is what gets me with defense lawyers. You are given a defense lawyer so that your rights during trial and all that are honored, right? That is why you have a defense lawyer, to make sure that the prosecution doesn't pull any bullshit, and every right that you are afforded in the Constitution of the United States is given to you. I get pissed off when you get a defense lawyer that says don't talk, which is her right, don't get me wrong, but then tries to uh you know she didn't do it. She didn't do anything. I want to know. I want to hear this story. Where'd she go? Because we know that. Let's again think about this. She hasn't let anyone near that child since we know a year and a half ago. That's the last time her maternal grandmother saw her was a year and a half ago. So we have to look at what did the mother do with her. Where is she? Again, not gonna drop her off anywhere. Because if you don't trust your own, you're not gonna trust anybody else.
right.
So with that other child, I hate to with Summerwells, there we go. So I'll just say it. That mom just pled stupid. I don't know. I was over here doing this.
Right.
Ashley can't say that. Ashley can't say that because Ashley wouldn't have come home without her. And if she'd have just went to the bathroom and never came back, Ashley would not have just come on home.
Right.
And
She doesn't left the state. With her 7 states. I don't know
so
where she is.
we can
Oh.
start checking stuff off that doesn't make any sense. That
Mm-hmm.
don't make no sense. We'll take that off the board.
Mm-hmm.
Dropping her off with someone that she hardly knows. We could check that one off.
Yeah, I have a hard time believing that she wouldn't drop her off with someone that she doesn't know.
No.
That's just not registering with me good. So
let's look again at this route. Let me make it big again. This route makes absolutely no sense. A sane person did not do this. They just didn't. I don't know why you would go all the way to as far as Nebraska, backtrack with the child with you now. I mean, she was meandering out there. For some reason, turned around to come back. I guess that might have always been the plan. I don't. We're not ever going to know that. I don't think that mother's ever going to talk.
No.
And then started this meandering bullshit that she did to go all the way down to Rancho Cucamonga and then go all the way back up. It makes no sense.
No, it doesn't. And now that you're thinking, that's why it's always nice to talk to someone, openly about it.
And I think the little green things are where she might have stopped for not a night. She didn't stop for a night.
Well, yeah, she had to stop and get gas on the way back.
Yeah.
How many times did you have to stop and get gas on the way
Oh,
back? Where are the surveillance cameras? And which, when did,
yeah.
so they probably have all that.
I
But
think this
for
is probably
me,
gas.
you
I
got
mean,
it. You
look
think
at
she
it. It's
bought
pretty
gas with her?
Yeah, I think nah. Let me tell you, it takes a lot of gas.
Yeah.
Just I'm saying we went from Reno, which is where it says Carson City up here with Nevada. Reno is and that dot right beside California. So you don't even know the gas. And we were going pretty much straight. Look at her. She's
Yeah.
meandering.
Yeah. You have to stop and get
So
gas at
we
different
could not
places.
and plus, if they'd have gotten the car back, that car would have smelled like gas if it was
Well, yeah,
gas in it.
for sure. For
So
sure.
yeah, this has got to be gas. It's just it's
It's
spaced
got to be
out
gas. Yeah.
that way.
But let me tell you what a hell of a defense, though. If she did allegedly, we don't know. We're just
Yeah,
tossing opinions around. Um, if she did do the unthinkable to her child,
right.
then she has a hell of a defense
Oh
because
yeah,
it tracks her all the way back for being mentally unstable for
oh
many of
yeah,
years.
oh yeah. She's good. I hate to say it, but yeah. And here's the thing. Hold on, I'm getting cold. They will medicate her or not. I think her defense lawyer will probably not want her medicated because she's going to get medicated. She's going to know exactly what she did. Fear or not, she knows what she did.
Right.
But you go get that medication in her, and that's when you start feeling guilt and
Yep.
whatnot.
Yep.
If I was that lawyer, I'd say, don't give her nothing.
She don't want right. Let her
No.
be as crazy as the day is long, honey.
So this is again. I got this. The Green River, that's where she was seen, and it was Green River, Utah, though, down here on the bottom. And Dinosaur, right in there is where she was last seen. So that gives you that's a lot of territory right there. That's a lot of mountain, that's a lot of territory.
Right.
This is the paternal grandmother.
Oh.
I didn't get a picture of the maternal grandmother, but they're out there. And here are the photographs. This is Dad holding her, and there's Grandma with that little angel looking up at her. And that's what they have there. I mean, that's all they have. That's all they've had since 2001. Is this?
That's so sad. My heart breaks for this family, and for multiple reasons.
Oh yeah. So this side is outside of the mother's house.
Right.
Yeah. There again.
I think she tore it down.
I think she did too. She was taking down posters as well, as I recall. Now I'm gonna now show you some. I'm gonna share the screen on some of this and show you if y'all can see that. Let me see if y'all can see that. Nope, yeah, sure can't. Why would you? All right, we're gonna do this, and then I'm going to hit this one. There we go. This is on the grandmother's phone. This video is of her spinning around and around like a little kid does. Now she looks a little older here. I'll say 4 or 5. Not the 2 or 3 that we've been seeing, but she looks about 4 or 5 right here. So that, if I'm not mistaken, that is her mother's. That's Ashley's mother.
Right.
Ashley's mother, who is begging Ashley to do the right thing.
Right.
Not really happening. All right, we'll stop sharing that, and then let me see. I brought that. Okay, I'm gonna share with you this. Maybe I'm not. Let me just. I have one of her getting as I said earlier, in my house, and I don't know why. Toted out of the house. It's a southern thing. Yeah, I make words up as I go along. So getting toted out of the house. Let me see. That's the Daily Mail, I think.
She has that doggone wig. I'm like, what's underneath the wig? Can we get
see, there it is again. We don't know what's under that wig. So
what's under that wig, girl?
If you were out driving around, right, and you
Yes.
saw somebody, a kid, and what you're not gonna know. That's why this is so that the trouble she went to hide their identity, even though wearing that one wig she had was absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, changing the plates. She did everything she could
Yeah,
to
she did.
hide this.
She did.
That's just not. So let me get this big and play this because, and if I get a fucking hit, I get a hit. I mean, what are you gonna do? I ain't as scared. Let me play it. Let me find it so that I can just play it. Let me shit, Shannon.
But they both could change their identities very quickly.
Oh yeah,
It on and off, on and off. You know what I mean?
100%. That way, people that did see him wouldn't know they saw him.
Right.
All right, hold on. Just add it. Where'd you go? Where did you go? Shit. All right, here we go. We got it right here. This is just the report. I'm sorry. This is the report. This is her. They dragging her, yoking her ass out the house. And I think I just got rid of it. So let me stop sharing. It's her being let out. Now we've seen it. Yeah, the Green River, but I don't think it's that part of the Green River. And then I'm going to show you this real quick. And again, this is just I'm getting acquainted with this. I don't know if y'all have been acquainted with this. There's a lot of things that just don't make sense to me. I pray to God that this child is okay. Because, in this country, man, we take hits. When it's a child involved, the whole country feels that shit. I'm sorry, we do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then it goes into nothing. It goes into us forgetting everything about it.
Well, what it goes into is everybody puts a spin to it and then they drag it, and that's what I don't like to do.
Yeah.
Like,
And then life goes on. Life goes on, and it's a human thing. We don't have to live it every day. So now what happened when Melodee's mother was arrested? Oh, here we go. I've got it right here. I knew I had the little thing somewhere. I'm gonna play it. If I get a hit, fuck off.
At Columbia Bank, we know how a business loan can drive more than just that one business.
Oh, good. Thank you.
A loan to help a dental practice expand.
Oh, sure.
Means a new design.
Okay.
A new design means more kid-friendly
furnishings. Thank you.
More kid-friendly furnishings mean a new
KSBY, you are sneaky bastard.
And a new 50-gallon tank means more hours for Kyle.
Okay.
Who can now drive to work.
Sure.
In a ride of his own.
Thanks. Okay, bye.
When businesses grow,
everyone thrives. Come on. All right, here we go.
We begin tonight with new developments in the case of missing 9-year-old Melodee Buzzard from Vandenberg Village. Tonight, her mom is behind bars. Earlier today, our community reporter Crystal Bermudez received this video of Ashley Buzzard, Melodee's mother, being arrested and taken away in handcuffs from her home.
Yeah, okay.
Santa Barbara County Sheriff's detectives have been searching for Melodee
minute.
since school administrators reported her prolonged absence more than 3 weeks ago. And her mother, Ashley Buzzard, has been uncooperative in the investigation. But today, right outside her Mars Avenue home, she was arrested on unrelated charges.
Neighbors say more than a dozen law enforcement vehicles surrounded the Vandenberg Village home shortly after 11 a.m. Neighbors tell me armed law enforcement knocked on the front.
They won't joke it. They won't joke it. Now, I'll tell you this. I'll start it back in a minute. When they knocked on that door, she wasn't answering it, and they said, "We will knock it down."
Right.
She opened the door. Now, they've been in that house. All right. So the first time that they searched that house, they got her and took her away from the house. They went in that house for hours. It is said that they took pieces of drywall, they took pieces of carpet, and they took a chunk of cement out of the garage. I don't understand why they would do any of that.
That's weird.
Melodee was alive.
Right.
It's not like blood. I don't know what went on in that house. I don't even think I want to know. But that is what it is said that they brought out of the house. And then they had to let her back in.
That's weird too, because
I mean,
they
you can
also
see,
said that she had boxes for some reason.
yeah, you can see them with bags of stuff when they come out of it. Yeah, maybe so, state of Georgia. Yeah, just covering everything. Yeah, covered everything. But let me go back. I should be okay. I mean, this is the news. I should be okay. I say that with thinking, whatever.
Front door of the home and told Ashley they'd break it down if she didn't answer. She reportedly opened the door, was handcuffed, and escorted to a sheriff's vehicle at the end of her driveway. According to the sheriff's office, Buzzard's arrest was unrelated to her 9-year-old daughter's disappearance. Authorities say they obtained an arrest warrant for a felony charge of false imprisonment after learning Buzzard recently prevented a victim from leaving a location. No other details were provided. Lisbeth Meza is Melodee's paternal aunt. I spoke with her Friday afternoon and she told me she was disappointed to know Ashley's arrest was not related to Melodee's disappearance. What were the first thoughts that came to mind when you saw that video of Ashley?
Well, it was like a bittersweet moment, because finally they arrested her, but where's Melodee?
Ashley Buzzard's mother, Lori Miranda, tells me with the recent events, she has thought about reconnecting with her daughter, but only if it would help with the investigation. She had this message to share.
You really need to talk to these people and you really need to tell them where she is, because this is getting really scary and it's getting really out of hand.
Court filings in Santa Barbara County under the names Ashley Buzzard, Ashley L. Buzzard, and Ashley Lynn Buzzard show multiple civil collection cases, including lawsuits from Discover Bank and Capital One, along with older traffic infractions.
We know nothing. We are just as confused as everybody else of what's going on.
Melodee's half-sister on her dad's side, Karina Meza, tells me when she learned of the arrest, she thought it meant answers.
I was hoping that we finally got the answers that we needed from her, that we're one step closer to getting back Melodee.
The family's message remains direct to anyone who may know where Melodee is.
Just return her so she can get the help and care that she also needs at this point. I'm sure it's a completely traumatic experience for her.
The last confirmed sighting of 9-year-old Melodee Buzzard was on October 9th on surveillance video where she's seen along the Colorado-Utah border. Investigators say Ashley and Melodee went on a 3-day road trip to Nebraska, but Ashley returned from that trip alone. Anyone with information about Melodee and her whereabouts is urged to contact the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office. In Vandenberg Village, Crystal Bermudez, KSBY News.
Okay, so again, so we got to see the mom, the maternal grandmother. I think we could all pray for both of these people, but pray for that child, pray for that mother. Pray for the whole family, all of them. Pray for all of them. This ain't going to end well. I think we've all been around long enough to this ain't going to end well. She ain't going to come, skipping back. It's I hate to say it. Sorry, but I just hope we don't have this going on. Let me stop sharing. That might be nice. I hope this doesn't go on and on and on for why done this. Hold on. I hope that we don't do this year after year, the way we are with Summer Wells and other children that are lost. And lost is what they are. I hope we just don't know what. Well, let's talk about what happened. So, a guy that used to know, let me bring that up. The guy that used to know Ashley, who was he was actually a paralegal. He was he did a lot of court filings and whatnot, and he contacted her to see if she needed help finding her, maybe reading all the documents that are coming in or whatnot. And he went to her home. And when it was time, he said that, and I'll read you his statement in a minute. When he went to leave, she had a box cutter, and she was kind of sitting by the door and made it very clear that she did not want him to leave. I mean, it's his. I can give you his name and all that, but so it was a grown man that she had a box cutter when he was trying to leave. She was basically held against his will there for. It doesn't take but 1 minute for them to swoop in. Just know that. Just know that. They were ready for her to do something stupid, and she did.
She did. Yep, she did.
Absolutely did. Yeah, she screwed it up. So let me grab his statement here. I might have to do it by my phone. I shouldn't have to do it by my phone, but
yeah, I think like she locked like 4 locks on the door and all that.
Yeah, and the box cutter is what got her.
The box cutter, like that's like a weapon.
So I'll share this with you and we can go through it and then we'll be done today. She'll be back in court she'll be in court on Wednesday. So we will we'll look at that, I guess. I believe this one is it. Yep, this one's it. Okay. So he's telling his story here. His name was Tyler Brewer. He's a local paralegal, legal document assistant, and he knew Buzzard years ago. He went to her home last week where Buzzard had a box cutter near her and wouldn't let him leave. He says he initially reached out to her to see if he could help her with Melodee to find her and whatnot. And then he said the whole thing turned bizarre, to say the least. So, again, this is the false imprisonment that they needed something. She is being held on $100,000 bail. And attached to that is a 1275 hold, which is in California. If you have a 1275 hold, if that bail is paid, they want to know exactly where that money comes from. It can't be like, I guess, not a bail bondsman, or I don't know if they have bail bondsmen there, but they want to know exactly where that money comes from. Now, I have read through this. I don't understand how that would help them at all. Maybe if it gave them a name, but somebody that's going to give you $100,000 to get this woman out of jail, I don't think it's going to lie to you about who they are. Because if she takes off, you're out $100,000. I don't understand why that's a big thing, but
well, maybe because they may think that there's some trafficking.
Well, hey, you know what? I hadn't thought about that. You're right.
So they'll follow the money, and you might lead to,
Yeah. Oh, I got it. That's not something I hadn't even considered. So this FBI agent, former Tom Parker, just talks about how this is pretty standard. You want to try to get a parent or somebody that has information. You want to try to get them in on something, and then you can lean on them. You can put pressure on them. You can interview them anytime you want. I don't know that she has a lawyer yet. Until Wednesday. I have no idea how that works. But so when Mr. Brewer did make a statement, and let me find it. Let me see. When Melodee was reported missing, I contacted Ashley Buzzard solely to offer assistance in locating a missing child. I am a legal document assistant, process server, mandated reporter, and perceived officer of the court. In that capacity, I immediately reported all concerning communications and inconsistencies directly to law enforcement. On November 6th, during an interaction at her residence, the situation escalated. Ms. Buzzard became visibly distressed. After sharing information, she appeared to regret disclosing. A box cutter was produced, and despite multiple requests to be allowed to exit the home, I was not immediately permitted to leave. The door was secured by several locks, which delayed my ability to exit. This incident was reported to law enforcement. I am also in communication with Melodee's father's family, who share the same objective, locating her and ensuring her safety. I will not provide further details at this time, as this remains an active investigation and search effort. My position has never changed. Find Melodee, protect the investigation, bring her home safely. So that was his, and this again, WKSBY. That is what happened. That is his. She shared something that she regretted, apparently, and that is where we are now. That speaks volumes.
Yeah. If she's in her right mind, who knows?
Yeah. But the way she, the inconsistencies, and then she regretting that she shared something. I'm sorry, Mama Sita, how are you? I'm sorry. I'm missing people. When I go over and I read something, I can't see chat. So I know I miss a lot of stuff. Hey, you doing, Gotham? Can y'all run, please run Lady K's channel, if y'all don't mind. That would be great. So
I got to jump off here so I can go, I'm not going to poop, shower, and shave or anything, but
okay.
It's been a pleasure to come up here, and thank you for your warm welcome. I appreciate you, and I can't wait for your next live to go over some more of this. I'm going to be I'll be in the chat, honey. I appreciate you.
All right. Thank you for coming up.
My pleasure. Bye.
So I waited till I read that last statement because, how you doing, Raindrop? I love you. My sun, my moon, my stars. I waited to read that last because that's the last thing we know about Ashley. That's why she was arrested. That is what, he's telling you exactly what happened. So I decided to read that last because, again, that's the last thing we know. Now, what we're going to find out Wednesday is probably not going to be a lot. She's going to be charged, I guess. She'll be assigned a lawyer if she doesn't already have one. And then this thing goes quiet. She's not going to be permitted to talk, probably, unless she wants to. And unless somebody finds that child then we are in limbo. We are in limbo. And I hope that is not the case because, like I said, we're all here. We care. We've seen a lot of children on this being covered on this platform, being exploited on this platform. Sorry, I said it. That's why I didn't want to do this. But again, this child looks just like my daughter at that age, and it hit me. And I didn't know a lot about it. And then when I found out, I'm like, yeah, I thought this at the beginning that she might have been, trafficked, but no, she won't traffic. No, not trafficking at all. That mother wouldn't let anybody near her. But then that, like I said, that brings to, she didn't let her own family see it, that she ain't dropping that kid off nowhere with somebody else. So I hope the child's found. God, I hope that she's okay. I can't imagine what she's been through the last few years, being isolated the way that she has. Her whole life, pretty much, if you think about it. Well, not her whole life, half her life. At nine, half of your life, let's face it, is not a very long time. And you have been isolated from everyone. God knows what she's been told about the outside world. Melodee, God knows what she's been told about the outside world. She's got to be scared to death of it. She's got to be scared to death of the outside world. That's why putting her in a car and taking her around the country, I think it might have been a little bit of excitement for Melanie and a little bit of fear, because that mother, kept her hidden, you know. Could the mom be trying to hide her? But here's the thing. She wouldn't even that child was so isolated that even her family didn't see her. She didn't go to school. I don't know if when Ashley went and tried to register her with the homeschooled, you know, I don't even know if Melodee was with her. They haven't said. And I don't know if Melodee ever even showed up virtually. So again, I think the neighbors have seen her getting in and out of a car. I don't really know, but nobody has come forward to say, "Yeah, my children play with her. She's my daughter's friend." Nobody has come forward. That kid's been isolated. So to think that the mom would take her and drop her off with somebody that, you know, she doesn't know. How's the mother's going to get? I mean, if that were the case, the police probably could have, okay, well, you know, she did this and there is no way a judge has not approved a search warrant on that phone. There's no way. And they can look at any communication. I don't know that. I mean, I guess they had computers. But if the mom is not communicating with anybody in Iowa, odds are, you know, I'm just saying, could the mom? I don't, you know, and I don't know. Again, custody kept coming up. There was a person that in one of my comment sections said that it was like that she took the child and hid the child basically because there was custody after custody after custody hearing. I'm hearing that. There might have been a few years ago, but I think the father's family had given up. The mother's family, I know that grandparents' rights were requested, but apparently not given. She might have left her alone, Heidi. There is so many things you cannot predict. What I mean, her mother says she is so mentally ill. And this has been, and it runs in their family apparently. But the mother has had real concerns about her daughter Ashley. Now we can all ask ourselves, why the hell didn't you go over there and beat the door down? That's your kid, and say, what the fuck is going on? Where's my granddaughter? It ain't that easy. You know, it ain't that easy. So yeah, her which sister? There's so many sisters here. We've got the older sister of Melodee. We've got the dad's sister. We got so many sisters. Hey, Mags. I mean, it's not as easy as it looks to go and knock on somebody's door and say, I want to see my grandchild. I want to see my niece. I want to. Ashley's the mother. The sister did say the dad's sister said that the system had failed Melodee over and over because the mother has been hospitalized over and over, and the state always gives her back to her mother. As we know, that is what Child Protective Services is supposed to do. It's supposed to keep the family together. Now, let me tell you about this. I think it was the paternal families hired a private detective. He goes and he sits in front of her house. This is on the Daily Mail. In fact, this story got sold to the Daily Mail. I can't use it. I can't use the video. So he is sitting outside of her house, the private detective that's been doing this for 34 years. A medical transport van pulls up. She gets out and she starts to go to her house. He leaves his van and you can hear him say, Ashley, calling her name. And then it goes, and there's nothing after that. So was she in the hospital before this? She goes there a lot, apparently. So, yeah, I mean, so had she been, I don't think she would have gotten a ride home from the medical transport if she had twisted her leg or anything like that. So had she put herself back in the hospital? Again, I don't know. That'll all come out. HIPAA, they're not going to be able to tell us anyway. So next time Heidi Black is going to come up here with me because she knows more than I know. I know Heidi, you're probably getting very, very, you're getting very, very aggravated in the chat. I'm sorry. The next time we do this, I will bring Heidi up because I think she knows a lot more about it than I do. I looked and I watched a lot yesterday and last night. All the different, reports and different channels and different people and different. This is a scrum. Every time there's a missing child, you have all these experts like the private investigator who's been doing this for 34 years and has never seen anything like it. Well, maybe you're not a great investigator. I don't know. But I guess we'll learn more. We'll learn more. We'll learn more Wednesday. Probably not a lot more, but at least she'll have a attorney. He's going to tell her not to talk. Y'all know how this goes. He's going to tell her not to talk. He'll come on and say we have nothing to say. Or he'll, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what he has to say. Or she. But again, let's say the last time Melodee was seen alive was on the Colorado side of the Colorado-Utah border. Let's go back over. Let me bring back up this. Let's look one more time at this route that she took. Let me get that route. This is what she had on. I don't know if they, I don't know if they had any baggage, clothes. I don't know, but this is what she had on. This is what mom had on. I have driven 2,600 miles. To do it in 72 hours is insane. She absolutely did not sleep. Didn't happen. I'm sorry. She might have pulled over. They were in this car. Again, this is what we already know. In fact, we know more than that. And this was the route home. I don't know if any of you are in this area. I don't know if any of you are near this area, any of these areas. I couldn't tell you if Ashley had the wig on or if Melodee had the wig on or off. I just know, we all know that after the Colorado side of the Utah-Colorado border, Melodee is not seen again. And that's all that we know, is that after that, she wasn't seen. And this was the meandering, odd way that she returned home up here to, it's Southern California, but it's not that southern. That's a crazy route to take. But anyway, she did. So I am going to go. This Heidi, if you're still here, Heidi is probably punching air right now because I've gotten all this wrong. And I thought I had put the damn posters up, but what did I do with the posters? I don't know. Let's do this. Hold on. I'll show you the posters. I got some. Let me find them for you. And remember, y'all, tomorrow we're going to be discussing the House of Windsor and the train wreck. And the train wreck that has continued for about, 200 years at least. Get in there and I hate Yes, let me bring it up. Hold on. I hope y'all not seeing this. I don't care if you are, but let me bring up the posters. Here we go. There's 2 of them. And let me make them huge. Oh, come on. And this one we saw in that news report. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you on this. I don't think I'm going to be able to. Yeah, fuck it. We'll try it. We'll try it. All right, share. All right, can y'all see that? Let me see. Let me make it bigger. That is the one that we saw in that report right there. Let me go back. There's another one that the FBI put out. The FBI is involved, of course. So let me find that one. Y'all can see my little area here that I play in. I hope y'all can see that. If you can, sorry. All right, let me make this one large too, on top of it. This is the one the FBI put out with her description. There we go. Let me make that big. And there she is. And again, she's not going to look like this. This is her when she was 2 to 3 years old. She's not going to look like that. We don't know what her hair looks like. You want to see the car again? We don't know. We do not know what her hair looks like right now. We don't know anything. We don't know. We just don't know. I wish we did, but we don't. Hold that fuck up. You know, I need a secretary and an assistant. I need hair and makeup. I need lots. All right, let's look at the car. What's that? 2024 white Malibu. And here, let's look at that real big. I know, I feel bad if we didn't do it. There it is. Pretty sharp little car. It had California license plate. And I believe they only require one on the back. See, in Virginia, we need to have 2, front and back. There's states that don't. Some states, and I think that, yeah. Hey, Amy Guy. So that is the story that I have on this. I will look and dig a little more, and then we'll wait till Wednesday. I mean, that's just tomorrow to see what happens in court. Again, it's not going to be a lot. So she'll make an appearance. She'll probably be there for about maybe 5 minutes. Probably not even that. And then we'll have to wait. So, and then I've got to figure out this effing StreamYard bullshit. And then, she switched it. So it was a white Malibu with California plates on it. And then she switched it and she put New York plates on it for a part of her journey. And then she's put the original plate back on the car when she turned it in literally 72 hours later. Again, why are you going through all that? Why we don't know if Melodee's got long hair, short hair. We don't know if it's curly or straight. We don't know anything about what she looks like past 5 or 6. So this is hard. This is going to be hard for people because you don't know. We don't know what we're looking for. The only hope is that somebody saw that ridiculous wig the mother had on and it stuck. Thank you, PDX, for being a member for 6 months. I appreciate you and I love you very much. So that's all I got. Tomorrow, History with Shannon. Come on in. It's going to be fun. We're going to talk about the House of Windsor. I have honorable mentions of other train wreck monarchs, but we'll keep that for the middle or the end. So if you want a history lesson with Shannon, join me tomorrow where we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about these crazy effing people who ran England, India. We're going to talk about it. All right. So thank y'all for coming. I appreciate y'all. And I will see you tomorrow for History with Shannon. It's a new feature. And we're just going to go through history and talk about crazy people. Right? So keep the prayers going for the family, for Ashley, for Melodee. And let's just pray that we're all very wrong and she is perfectly fine. But till then, till tomorrow, I'll see you. Bye. Goodbye. Thank you. Nope, I'm hitting go live. That is not the button that I want to hit. But thank you. All right. Bye, guys. Maybe I'll get the. It doesn't have the. It doesn't have.
Sure, Kevin.
I'm sorry.